Super fun tool hack today. Welcome back. Thanks so much for liking, following, subscribing, sharing, all the things. Today we are going to use some Lakeside Memories. And if you're in my VIP group, I'm doing a summer challenge all summer long. And I'm going to be giving away some CM product credits at the end. So if you're not in my VIP group, message me and I'll get you in there. To protect my sister advisors, I only allow my customers in there or people that aren't already loved by an advisor. And sorry, it's not for advisors, it's just for customers. But it's a fun little challenge I'm doing. And today I'm doing this week's challenge on this video. But we're going to do a fun trick with the new Wild Daisy Punch. Brand new, came out with Free Spirit. Super fun technique that my upline, Becky Belote, shared with us. And you're going to love it. Don't forget to go here for more fun. I have no longer available items, pre-made scrapbook pages, advisor exclusive items, a link to my Creative Memories website where you can shop all the things I'm going to use today. If you're not already loved by an advisor, please look for my name at checkout. I also have a link to my stamp and storage affiliation where you can buy the fun punch carousels. I have a link to my Forever affiliation. A link to my Amazon must-have list for those things that we need for our craft room and scrapbooking that Creative Memories doesn't offer, and information on joining my team. So this is one of the join gifts. Everybody is after it. It's fabulous. The crop caddy. I finally put my things in it. There are so many pockets. It's almost like a giant purse. So I'm now hunting for things, but I'll get used to where everything is and I won't be hunting anymore. But for right now, I'm kind of hunting, but I really love it. I love how big it is and how many pockets there are, and it's so handy. So go here, click Join the Sisterhood, read all the reasons why you should be on my team, and then you can click that little Let's Chat button if you want to talk about what this might mean for you. No pressure to buy or sell anything. Just $49 a year to have a website to shop from and share with others if you want to. All right, let's get to it. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be using some Lakeside Memories. And I am actually going to be using 2 of the Fast to Fab papers. I'm not a fan of these, so I'm going to use the back. Actually, no, I'm going to use the back. I like it better. So I'm going to use that to build on. Oh no, I'm going to use these to build on. These I was also not a fan of just because we don't have cabins at our lake, so I'm not going to use that. But it is very beautiful. I'm just not going to use that today, so I'm going to use the back. Of course, you can always, put pictures on here too. So I'm going to use this to build on. I'm going to be doing some flags with this. So our flags are 5 by 9. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut 3 inches off of this, and I'm going to cut it strategically just in case I want to use this later, this log. So I'm going to cut 3 inches off right here. So I still have this log if I want to use it. I don't know if I ever will. And then I'm going to cut these each to 5. So I've got 2 of those. And then, my famous flagging trick. I'm folding, not creasing. And I'm going to cut from where the 2 corners meet up to that crease. And if you want them to be perfect, you can use that as a stencil and just do the same thing again. But I am not that particular. So I'm just going to fold, not crease, and cut from where the 2 corners meet up to the crease. And I almost did that perfectly. Those are pretty similar. So I'm not worried about it. All right, the next thing we need is some stripes. And I love this paper. And I'm going to do 1-inch stripes. So I need 4 of them. Hopefully I have enough paper here since I'm using a scrap. And look, I do not. So that's unfortunate. We will cover it up with something. We'll figure that out. No problem. Okay, then I need one more couple stripes. I'm gonna do 2 of these. And I don't know if I'll use those, to be honest, but we'll see. All right, so those were all 1-inch stripes. Now the fun part is gonna be with this Wild Daisy punch. So I'm gonna punch 2 of these. And remember, with our border punches, there's a lock on the back for storage. So open that up and the punch should pop up. And you wanna make sure that's in the open position while you're punching, or it won't operate correctly. Sometimes this inadvertently gets pushed and then it won't punch all the way. And then we're gonna start on the black line on the front of the punch, and after that we're gonna cover up the blue in the tray with what we just punched. I'm using this dual tone paper, which we have online. So the fun part about the dual tone is it's white core, so it's great for inking. But I love that, you know, both sides are different. Love that. So we're gonna start on the black line on the front and punch. And then we're gonna cover that blue up in the tray so that we can't see any more blue. It's hard because my paper's blue, but you know what I'm talking about. There's the blue. Now there's no blue in the tray. And you're just gonna go all the way down your little piece of paper. And we're gonna make 2 of those. Perfect. And lastly, we need some photo mats. I'm going to put this away. So you can see the punch debris is just some petals. So you could use those if you want. I think they're a little too small and cumbersome for me. So I'm going to not save them. All right. We need some photo mats. And I do have some mats from the actual mat pack that I think I want to use, probably, because I don't have. Let's do this first. Let's cut as many of these as we can. So we need 3 4x6s. And actually, I'm gonna do 3 4x4s out of this. So I did 2 4x6s and then 3 4x4s, and I'm gonna find one of these that I like for this. I also love the titles and the journal boxes. Kind of like this, maybe, or this. Let's do that. Let's go with what we got. Okay, so I have 1 mat. Now we'll start building, and I'm going to show you the fun part about this punch. Okay, let's put our strips on first, and I'm going to do this guy. Where am I going to put this guy? I'm going to put this guy down here, maybe. No, I'm going to put him up there. Just trying to find the best spot where I can hide that little whoop-de-woo. And then one of these. I like it, I like it. We'll do the same on the other side. I really like this paper. Of course I do, because I love the lake. All right, and then we're going to put our flags down. There and over here. And then this is gonna go right here. And these are gonna go right here. I'm gonna come down a little bit because of our border we're gonna add. And these are gonna go over here. And I might add, I'm gonna add a title right here, but I might add, where'd my mats go? Lost them. These go on the bottom. I just love this paper. This wood colored paper. That is so strange. I don't know what I did with my mats that I just had. They're not under there. Found them. So I know I have a journaling box in here that might work. Here's a blue one. I like this one though. Whoops. I'll put those there to lose them again. So I do want this to be 4 inches wide, so I'm gonna have to cut a little bit off. I want it to match my mat, my photo mat. Yeah, that's good. All right, here's the fun part. There's a little journal box there, and then title up there, but check this out. So when you use these dual tones, you can kind of flip these, which unfortunately that's not working out the way I want it to because it's tearing the paper. So what if we cut them instead? I might have to cut another one of those. I had grand thoughts of just being able to twist it, but it's too thick. And that dual tone, the white core just shows through. So instead, I'm gonna do this at the top. And I don't even know if I like that, honestly. Just not with what's behind it. If it was plain behind it, I would like it. All right, scratch that idea. But now you know that's pretty fun punch. We'll go back to just stickers. Don't you love when plans just don't quite come out the way you want them to? I'm going to use these guys. Been begging to use them. These rocks. It's a fun little addition. And I was going to put something at the bottom, but I don't think I am. Let's find... I need kind of a big embellishment to put up there. I got those rocks. I have a life preserver. And we need a title over here maybe or something like this. Making waves. Okay, I'm going to put those down for now. Ooh, we could even do this. I don't really like that. Okay, let's tape these down. Put a foam square behind this. I think it needs something else though. So we'll look at the stickers. I'm sorry my little punch idea didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It would have looked fine, just not with this paper behind it. I didn't like that. I need some foam squares for this too. Looks like I need to break out a new pack of foam squares. Making waves. Okay, now we have some of these. I want to put something else up here. Sunshades, some shades. Sure, why not? And then maybe something else over here. We got these rock piles. I think that's pretty good. I think I like it the way it is. Okay, I hope you liked that. Like I said, if you're in my VIP group, this is this week's challenge. And if you're not in my VIP group but want to be, and you're not already loved by an advisor and you're not an advisor, then send me a message and I will get you hooked up in there. I'm about to do my super summer sale in there and I'm super excited for that. So stay tuned. Thanks so much for liking, following, subscribing, sharing all the things. Don't forget to go here for more fun, and I'll see you next time.